guys. So if you had some tech issues this morning and weren't able to make it to class, let me run through what we did, right? So have your science notebook handy and probably a ruler. I know this looks like a lot, but I promise it's not as much as it looks like. Okay, in my science notebook, which I've already opened up, okay, you're going to create this chart. Right? And you can, when you're doing it on your own, zoom it in. You already did Simple Machines in 4th grade, so this should just be kind of a review. Okay, so put your title, put your page number and date, and put the definition of a machine, or a simple machine. Okay, so it's a device that does work with one movement. Most of the things that when you hear the word machine that you think of in your head are compound machines that utilize more than one simple machine. Right, so there's 6 simple machines, and you're going to make a chart front and back, a column that says the machine type, so the name of the machine. Description, okay, your description is not just a definition. So in science, sometimes just a definition doesn't cut it. This can be bullet point kind of stuff, short and sweet. It doesn't have to be long sentences, but describe that machine. What happens with it? What does it do? What's the point, right? And remember, with all of these notes, you can use them on your assessments. You have a physics test the next time we meet over potential and kinetic energy, net force, and these simple machines. Okay, so the more thorough your notes are, the better it is for you. Like, it's helping your brain kind of study as you go, but you'll also have it for reference on your assessment. All right, so put your descriptions in that column, and then in the 3rd column, you're looking for examples. Every time they throw an example of a lever, sometimes people pronounce it lever, same thing, tomato, tomato, or they give an example of pulley. Jot that down here. Sometimes it's better to draw the picture so you can visualize it. Some things are just really hard to draw, so you can write the word for it as well. Okay, so at least 3. Hear me clearly, at least. The more they give you, the more you should write down. Because what if that one you didn't write down is the thing that's on the test, and you would have been like instantly knowing the answer if you would have taken the 2 seconds to write it down. Okay, so you've got the front side and the back side. They don't have to be in this particular order. It's just one of the resources you have. This is the order they're in, so that's the order I wrote them. But it's not consequential. Okay, so once you have this chart set up, back in the classroom, okay, it's a little bit out of order, but you can rearrange them if you want to, but where it says Simple Machines Info for Notes chart. Okay, so this opens the PDF, right, gives you some pictures of them, tells you again what a simple machine is, and goes through each one. Okay, these are very basic definitions. Each of these you'll go into much more detail in high school physics about, and you'll learn about mechanical advantage, and input force, and output force. Okay, but for now we're going very basic conceptual. Okay, so you'll get the information that is on each of these slides. That's one place you'll get information. And you can paraphrase and you can put it in your own words, and how I've taught you to use different abbreviations and symbols. This is your notes. This is the perfect time to use it, so it shows you're processing the information, not just mindlessly copying word for word. Okay, so you have this to get information from. You also have brain pops on 4 of the 8. Why Brain Pop doesn't have the other 2, I don't know. That's a crazy, crazy thing to me, and I may send them a little email suggesting it. But you will have a Brain Pop and then a quiz or an activity on incline plane, pulley, lever, and wheel and axle. Some of these are 2 minutes long, right? So make sure you're going in and handling it before you click Mark as done. But as they give you information, add it to your chart. Okay, so as they say something new or phrase it a different way, make sure what you have in your science notebook reflects the information they're covering. Okay, so you have that. There's also this video. It's just the straight up YouTube link. It's not through Edpuzzle or anything. I put it on here because this morning we were buying some time while people were getting logged in, but I wanted you to watch it anyways. So Science Max, think of him as a more modern Bill Nye, kind of with the humor and the silliness, but very good content. Okay, so as you go through and he works through real life examples, add that into your notes. Okay, so you've got this as well. And then once you finally have all that done, only when that is done, you've got a real quick forces and simple machines knowledge check. So it's a quick Google form, kind of like the one we did the other day for potential and kinetic energy. to see how you're doing and if you're understanding the basic concepts. Because remember, this is what's going to be on your assessment. Okay, so knock that out after you've filled in your notes, then the brain pops in the video, right? This is the last thing to do. Okay, and you've got, obviously, you can see your due date. When you've got that done, right, remember, next time I see you, you're going to have that test. So some people are like, what can I do to study? You have your science notebook. Make sure that is totally filled in, perfect, ready to go. You can go back and rewatch any of the videos or any of the brain pops. And I have put up a couple of Quizlet links, one on each of the topics. It's going to be on your test. Remember, don't bother with the write and the spell, okay, because it's not a spelling test, and it's very particular, like it wants it capitalized, or if you misspell one letter, it'll count it wrong. Don't worry about that. Play the games, the match and the gravity, do the flashcards and the learn, like work your way through some of those things, right? And some of those brain pop questions might look familiar come test time. Okay, so these are some things you can do to kind of review that material in your head to prepare, right? Pretty short and sweet today. A lot of it was just giving you time to work through the material, okay? But as always, if you have questions, feel free to come to tutoring. Ms. Henning has tutoring on Thursday morning, and then I'll have it on Friday morning. So remember, those links are here in Google Classroom. All right, let me know if you need help. Come to tutoring, send me a message on Google Classroom or an email. Thanks, guys.